Hello everyone and welcome to the advanced tutorial of the AutoClicker. We are back in the same project as we left off. The only thing you may see is that there is a text box here, and that's what it's all about. So the first thing I'm going to show you in the advanced tutorial is how to put a number in here in milliseconds or seconds and make it the interval of the timer that we set up here. So let's go coding. You just press the start button twice. And as you can see, I already done some changes. So the first thing I did was make a interval here as integer. You can call it whatever you want, of course, but I call mine interval. And then we make a try statement. So the try statement, it just tries whatever is here. So this part. If it doesn't succeed, it does this. So what is here is catch X as exception, which is the error message that is going to show up. So for example, when you put in an F and you make an integer, because cint stands for convert integer, so it's going to convert the text to an integer. And if it's an F, it's not an integer value because it's not possible to like say F plus B is let's say 2. Well, it's possible, but you know what I mean. And then it's going to show a little message box saying that error, and then end try just to end the statement. So as I said before, this is going to convert it to an integer because the text in the text box is not the same as the number. Well, it's the same for us, but not for the computer. So we just need to convert it, so that's all you need to know. Once this is converted, you just say click, which is the name of the timer we chose, dot interval equals interval. So the interval of the timer click is going to be interval, which is our thing here, our integer, and this is in milliseconds, of course. So if we debug that, which I'm not going to do, we need to put in, for example, 2000 in this text box to make it click every 2 seconds. Well, this is not really user-friendly, so what we are going to do is we're going to take integer, which is no, not integer, interval, which is our integer, and we do times 1000. So when the user says like I don't know, 2 seconds, and it does that times 1000 is going to be the milliseconds, which is for the interval, but don't worry. But as you can see, I have a shitload of errors here. That's because I did this little thing and the computer doesn't know what to do with it. So what we are going to do is going to make another integer, dim outcome as integer. Once done that, just take outcome equals and then this. So no errors. But of course, when you do this, it's going to be the number which is prompted by the user here. So for example, if that's 2, the interval on the timer is going to be 2. And that's not what we want. So we want the outcome to go here, outcome. So that should do it. So let's try that out. Just make a, okay. So let's say we put in every second, so 1. start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you put in 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so forth and so forth. So just press stop. The second thing I want to show you is this. So you see two new constants, and this was actually asked by a subscriber of mine, so thank you for that. He basically asks, how do you make it right click? So it's fairly easy, just change the numbers and the names, of course, so you can name it whatever you want, but I find this pretty self-explanatory. So 8 is the number for the right mouse button to go down, and 10 is for the right mouse button to go up. So just do this and then change this to, let's say, right down. That's what it's called, right? Right down, yes. And this to right up. And it's going to right click. Self-explanatory. I should note, be very cautious with that, because when you debug it, I don't know what it's like when you build it, but in the debugger it's kinda buggy. It lags and it doesn't respond, and you have to open Task Manager and so on and so forth. So I don't know why that is, but I should be cautious with that. Also, another user asks, how do you hold down a button to like drag something or whatever? Well, it's fairly simple. So you do mouse events, mouse right down 0, 0, 0. Then you make another timer. So let's do that. Timer. Here it is. Just call it timer 1, whatever. So cut this, cut, and here timer 1 dot starts. Go to timer 1, paste the code you did here, and then timer 1 dot stop. So what it's going to do is it's going to click down with the mouse button. It's going to wait for the amount of time you put in timer 1. So let's say it needs to hold it down for 5 seconds, so 5,000. You can also change that with the method of what we did here, but I'm not going to do that because, yeah, time issues. And then after 5 seconds, it's going to do the mouse right up. So it's going to release the mouse again, and you basically dragged something. So I won't recommend doing that with the right mouse button because it's pretty buggy. But hey, it works. So I hope you can make some pretty cool and very advanced auto clickers with it, or bots, or whatever you do with it. I don't care. And I see you again, guys. Bye.